I refer to this debate as the doublespeak debate.
Oh my god. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you a question, but I want you to answer the question I asked you before during your segment.
So first of all, the moderator was awful.
Terrible, and on
And
top of that,
can't read a teleprompter for shit because
what did? Yes.
and almost every question was in fact a paragraph of a statement and then a tack on of a question.
Yeah, and like her bias, like I don't know if it was in the teleprompter, if it was something she.
It was probably in the teleprompter because she was.
Whoever wrote that, there was extreme bias towards the current administration's
Everything.
the coronavirus. Remember?
Yeah, but that's nothing new.
I know, but you heard it like it's not under control, and it's like I'm not gonna say it's not under control. I mean that's can go back and forth. It can go either way. But the thing is, it's like to blatantly say it's not under control.
To blatantly say it's a failure.
Yeah.
When you don't know, because you don't know what would have happened otherwise.
Exactly.
Which I'm going to touch on here in a minute.
Anyway, so we're not going to get too crazy.
Not crazy yet, because trust me, that's going to come. So I thought to myself, because I listened to the debate first, then I went back and watched it. And as I'm listening to the debate, I'm realizing, and this is both canon, neither one of them is really answering questions.
Not really one. Like,
so
I noticed like once, I think Pence.
Oh.
She answered a couple.
I kept score.
Oh shit! All right, well then you got me. Let's go ahead with that.
So technically, and again, take this with a grain of salt, and you'll see why here in a second. Technically, Kamala Harris won by 1 point. But here's how I scored it. If they actually directly answered the question that was asked, they got a point. They get a half point if they kind of answered it, but not. Like, they kind of answered it, but for some other reason I feel like they didn't really answer it. So Harris answered, like flat out answered 3 questions, and then she got 1/2 point because she answered it real quick. Or what did I say? Oh, she answered the question, but when she answered it, she lied, and then immediately changed the subject. And it was a flat out lie.
Yeah, absolutely. I noticed that a couple of times.
Oh yeah, she flat out lied on more than one occasion.
Yeah. Her comment saying something about people were standing in food lines. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do, and I took major issue with that. Maybe, but I don't.
I mean, what she wasn't talking about like.
Well, but like I thought bread lines were good.
Bread line.
I thought bread lines were good.
The thing is, though, like, was she? I didn't know what she was referencing. Like,
well, that's the problem. Is a lot of what she was talking about. It's just like what?
Yeah, I was like,
what? Where? When? How? What?
And then once again, trying to use old rhetoric to beat a dead horse. That horse was dead.
Oh, that horse has been dead since 2019. And then Pence was the king of almost answering, because he actually only flat out answered one question, and it was the last one from the 8th grader. Mm-hmm. And I almost didn't give him that one because it seemed like it was really patronizing. I actually had to go back and watch his answer twice because I'm like, did he really answer?
I thought his concluding remarks to that student were fair.
They were fair. They were fair.
It was actually like, it felt more heartfelt, and it felt like it was more towards her.
It did, but here's the thing, and this is why I say that. The question was, how do we, I'm paraphrasing, but she basically asked, like, how do we come together and stop all the, like, partisanship? And he almost didn't answer. He did answer it, but almost didn't.
Okay, I'll give you that. But hers was an attack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like,
she did not get credit for that one.
You're going to use that student's question to attack the other. It's like, really?
Well, the left is fantastic at using people.